Hey guys, it's FTO back again with another video. Really want to say a big thank you to all you guys that have been, liking and subscribing and commenting on all my previous videos. Really appreciate all the support on YouTube and on Instagram. As you know, it's a roundup. I just do, a little roundup of the games over the weekend. And by the way, if you didn't know, a lot of the leagues around Europe are having a winter break, which a lot of people are saying they should introduce to England. But yeah, that's a discussion for another day. So let's talk about the games which happen in the Premier League, and I'll talk about a few in the Liga in Spain. So straight, first game is Chelsea v Crystal Palace. Now Chelsea won 3-0. Now to be honest, I don't know if you know, Crystal Palace are a pretty good side. Alan Pardew's come there and he's, changed the team. They're a really top side. But Chelsea played today and they looked a different team. Like Costa was actually making runs that he wasn't making under Mourinho. I don't know if you remember when he got subbed and then he threw the bib and it almost hit Mourinho in the head. I wish he actually did so I could see what Mourinho would do. But under Mourinho, Diego Costa was not playing that well. However, right now under Goodsiding, we saw in the last couple of games he's been scoring and actually playing well. He made a run today, assisted, scored. It looks a different player. So it looks like Chelsea could be on the up again. Oscar got on the score sheet once again as well. And people the likes of Fabregas. Williams' goal was absolutely amazing. He's been Chelsea's best player by far. And as you know, Hazard came off injured. A lot of you Chelsea fans I've heard already have been like, oh, why is it, we don't need Hazard. Well, he was actually the best player last season. Although he's not playing that well, he is still a world-class player. That's my personal view. He's out of form right now, but he is a talented player. And I'm sure when he does get it back together, he'll be scoring those goals for Chelsea again. Moving on, guys. Manchester United. What can I say? Finally won a game since like November. In the Premier League, they haven't won. It's absolutely a joke. Manchester United, the Red Devils. But anyway, yes, they've won. They actually beat Swansea 2-1. And to be honest, I think Martial, you know what? To be honest, I was a critic at first. I was like, why are you spending so much money on a teenager? But he is very talented. Like, he has got a big future ahead of him. Like 100% got a big future ahead of him. Rooney scored. It was a nice flick. Check it out on my Instagram. Most of these goals that I'll talk about in these games will be on my Instagram, so make sure you check that out and tell me what you guys think about Manchester United's performance, Man United fans. It was absolutely amazing. Young was doing great balls into the box for once. Defensively, still not that great. Sigurdsson, got that header and just hasn't been a clean sheet, like, in terms of, where Man United completely dominate the game. I still haven't seen that. They played really well, don't get me wrong, played really well, but, tell me what what signings Man United could make over the transfer window, which is now open, guys, that could possibly, see an improvement in the team performance. But yeah, I'm sure you United fans are happy that you at least got the win. Now, moving on, Manchester City. Now, Manchester City have been looked at as the underdogs. Everyone's expecting Arsenal to win the league this season and possibly even Leicester. And people are, Man City are still there, 100%. I mean, they were losing, they lost. They were losing the game, but then they came back absolutely, amazing, showing their class. Yaya Toure, what a player. The guy is an absolute beast. Like, he's got, I need to get a pair of Puma boots because this guy is just scoring for fun, and the goals are just absolutely amazing. It was a top class volley into the top corner, and then Aguero, like, this guy was bought for like 30 million. Honestly, the guy was bought by Man City when he was a bargain, because right now he is one of the best strikers in the world without a shadow of a doubt. It was just amazing. The header, check that out. It was a top header, like in the closing minutes to give Man City the win. So that's really good for City. Arsenal, well, what can I say? They did win 1-0 against Newcastle, but it wasn't the best performance. But to be honest, the people that do win the title, sometimes, they don't really play that well. And that was what happened with Arsenal. And Koscielny, a defender, scored. But once again, the injuries, I think they need to start getting players back, like Sanchez, Welbeck, Wilshere. All these guys are out. I think they, for them to be real title contenders, they will need to get them back, because when the Champions League starts again and there's loads of games and the FA Cup and all these games are coming in, they'll probably need to, be able to call in these players to come in and, to give people a rest. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see if Arsenal can see the season out and become the champions, because at the end of the day, I think they have deserved it, in previous seasons. but at the moment, you know, they haven't, you know, had the team to do so. So hopefully, who knows, this season it might be there. Yeah, moving on. Liverpool. Whew. Well, Liverpool fans, you know, what have you got to say for yourself? West Ham beating 2-0. Some great goals. Andy Carroll, ex-Liverpool player, with a brilliant header. It was an amazing header, and that's what, you know, that's why Liverpool bought him in the first place, to score goals like that. But you know, it didn't work out at Liverpool, but it's obviously working out at West Ham now. He's playing really well, and yeah, it was a really good performance by West Ham, who are really playing really well this season. And I think for Liverpool, they just need to, you know, understand Benteke a bit more. I think sometimes his movement hasn't been matched by the, you know, by the midfielders to see those runs, and I still feel like they're working on it. But I'm sure once that's, you know, once they've worked that out, I guess it will all be all right for Liverpool, and that's what I think. However, Sturridge. Yes, they need Sturridge back, definitely, I think. He's been out with an injury for a while, but apparently he's now, you know, back fit, but he didn't travel with the team in the game against West Ham. But if they could get him fit and keep him fit, I'm sure Liverpool could be, you know, still, you know, title contenders, possibly. I don't know, maybe. Comment below if you think Liverpool are still title contenders. That's one I would like to know. Leicester Bournemouth now, guys. Leicester, I have to say, I wasn't expecting Leicester to be second in the league, you know, in January, but they've done it. I mean, they didn't win. Mahrez missed a penalty. Well, it was saved, which shows that he's actually still human, but I was so gutted because he's my captain in my fantasy football team. I thought he was going to do it, but obviously missed the penalty. The penalty was saved, and unfortunately Vardy also hit the post as well. So they are still playing well, but yeah, game ended 0-0. So that's, you know, my little roundup of the Premier League. Arsenal at the top of the league at the moment, and the team that has gone in, you know, over Christmas, over the Christmas period, as being, you know, top in the table, has usually won the Premier League over the last kind of 5-6 seasons. So, you know, it's looking good for you, Arsenal fans. Tell me what, you know, what you think your chances are of winning the league. Now over to the Liga. Whew, Barcelona have actually drawn a game and they didn't score. It ended 0-0 against Espanyol. MSN, yes, Messi, Neymar and Suarez, none of them scored in the game, which, like, I can't even remember the last time that happened. But yeah, it was a brilliant performance by Messi. The guy is just amazing. There was a free kick from like 30 yards and this guy bent it and it literally hit the corner. Like the corner, you couldn't hit the corner of the goal as much as that. It hit the crossbar and the post and went off the pitch. It was an amazing, you know, free kick from like 30 yards. It was amazing. But yeah, Suarez also hit the post. And I think, to be honest, La Liga is actually looking a bit more interesting. Why? You're probably asking. Because Atletico at this present time are at the top of the table. They're at the top of the table in La Liga, beating, I think it was Levante 1-0. Brilliant performance. I think it was Thomas who got the goal. He's a midfielder. He's only like 23 or something like that. Brilliant performance by Atletico. And to be honest, it just makes it more interesting seeing someone else up there instead of just Real Madrid, Barcelona. Real Madrid, Barcelona. It's just a bit more interesting for people like myself to actually watch the league. So yeah, that is really good news. Well, obviously not for Real Madrid or Barcelona fans. And then Real Madrid drew 2-2 against Valencia, where there was a brilliant goal with, you know, some nice combined passing between Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo, and Benzema finished the goal. So yeah, BBC, as they're known, got a nice goal there, but it ended 2-2 against Valencia, who obviously Gary Neville manages. He still hasn't, you know, won a game over in La Liga, but, you know, against Real Madrid 2-2, that's a pretty good, you know, scoreline, to be honest. So not too bad there for Gary Neville. But yes, that's my quick roundup of the games this weekend. Comment, make sure you know, like the video if you do like it, that is. And also please leave your comments, you know, telling me who and what games you found interesting, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.